Alright, so we're here with Aaron Russell. He's the coach of the Lock Haven University men's and women's that took 24th in the gold race today. Brown race, undetermined for the women, but how did you think it went today?
I was okay with our men's race. You know, they beat a UMass Lowell team that's ranked 9th in the country. We're 10th, so we expected a good battle with them. For the Stonehill edged us out pretty good though, and they were ranked 21st. So I think this is a big weekend where for the first time a lot of D2 schools are kind of getting to see each other and kind of see where the cards are falling and stuff. So I'm sure we'll all go home and put the brown and the gold races and stuff together and things and see where we're at. So I was happy with it. Junior Alex Monroe did really well for us. He was 17th at about 24:30. And it was the first weekend we really just let him go and see what he could do and stuff. So we were really happy with where he's at right now.
You're a program that has a history of doing really well at these big meets and kind of surprising people here. Does that put a lot of pressure on your program to perform at times like this, or does it just make you like, we've been here before, we can...
Quite honestly, we come to this race really just to, we gone to some smaller ones just to really get the experience under for, you know, it can be overwhelming, as you know, on the start line with 400 people or whatnot. So the experience for me first and foremost is what's important about it. As far as results, we kind of look and see where we're at and see where we have to go. We don't back off mileage or anything. We're kind of at our peak right now with mileage, so we know everyone's beat up and banged up, and you know, it kind of sees where we're at so that when we know we're fresh come postseason time where we can be and stuff. I think that's the difference with Division II and the other two divisions. The other two, Division I and III, you know, have bids for the postseason for nationals and things that are based on how they do head-to-head with others. And Division II, it's straight up how you do at the end. So it kind of gives us a different angle we can work with our training and stuff.
Speaking of training for you guys, I don't know how much you want to get into this, but I know that you're also historically one of the higher mileage programs in the PSAC. From what I've heard, at least, can you confirm that?
We have some people who are high mileage. We have some who are very not. Our number 2 freshman today is, you know, only doing 60 miles a week and stuff. So, for a guy, so you know, it really varies. We have a couple women, one who had compartment syndrome and stuff, who's in the 20s a week. So, you know, I think we're an individual-based program. We have some kids. You know, Nick Hilton a couple years ago, he handled 120-mile weeks, and it helped.
Yeah.
But we don't have anyone at that level right now and stuff. But we kind of look at the strengths and weaknesses of each person and develop training based on that.
Well, that's good to hear.
So, and sometimes that involves high mileage, sometimes it doesn't. So.
Yeah. Well, that's a good way to look at it, I guess. Are you, how are you feeling about your chances for nationals again?
For the guys?
Well, and girls. How have the girls been doing?
The women, we've been banged up and pushed to the ground a lot here. You know, Katie Sick was our number 2 last year, our top returner. She in 2 weeks probably will start back for us. She had some really bad plantar fasciitis that just suddenly appeared at the end of track and held her out for pretty much all of track and through the summer. But she's had a couple workouts in, starting to do good and feel good. She'll jump back in. Erin Craig, this is her second race back for us. She just missed all region last year. She's always battling a hip issue, so she's one we're balancing some cross training and things, trying to get things squared away. And Karina Robbins was all region for us last year, but she's battling a recent diagnosis of a gluten allergy and things. So, you know, changes in diet. So there's a lot of, seems like we've been hit from all sides and things. So I think we have the pieces to really come together toward the postseason. We'll just see if we can keep everyone on track to do it when we get there. It's as you know, tough in the PSAC. You could be, on a good day, you could be, you know, 2nd in the conference, and if you have one person have an off day, you could be 7th or 8th. It's really, especially the women's side, is really packed in there and exciting. But I think it's great for the conference to have that. On the men's side, I definitely think right now we're probably being looked at as one of the teams that definitely should get a bid. But again, I think We have Alex out front. We have a great pack, but I think our pack is too far back. I think it's dangerous. That we could be people could jump on us at any time if they have a good day. And so I think hopefully when we sit back and review today and stuff, we can look at things as, you know, what we have to work on, and hopefully be able to put it in front of them and they can visualize what they've got to get done. So we'll see.
Definitely still got time. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I hope it all comes together. So thank you so much for talking to us.